welcome back to Nuzlocke vlogs. I'm that dude who does the Nuzlocke vlogs. I'm me. I'm like making videos and like I missed the item, so I'm gonna go back up to get that item. Playing Pokemon on a Saturday morning, which is what I'm doing. So, 2026. It is a new year. I mean, it was a new year last part as well, but I'm trying to like take better care of myself this year. I'm like trying to get up as a consistent time, even on weekends. I'm trying to cut out sugar. I'm trying to exercise more, and we'll see how this year goes for me. I decided to add Azumarill, however it's fucking pronounced, to the main team because why not? Why not? I was disappointed by the lack of Pure Power because Pure Power is so good, but Thick Fat isn't awful. Uh, So, yeah, I'm just hard at work. Let me just pull up that schedule. I'm hard at work on my various videos. I'm working on stuff, and it's going good. I think it's going great. I managed to get about an hour work of about an hour's work. Yeah, about an hour's worth of work on the Epstein video done in 9 days. Like, I'm doing very good. I got 3 more weeks to do the next 90 minutes to keep up to my schedule, and I think I should be able to meet that without any problem, especially because ends of the month tend to be more busy for me. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Uh, I completely lost my train of thought. I'm also writing, and I'm writing and finishing up the video, and like I keep like the chapters, like how I'm working on them, and like the schedule. I've changed that like list of chapters and how it's broken out so many times. Like what I wrote this week, it was originally supposed to be one chapter, but I split it into two because I try and do that when it's like the first half is talking about something and the second half is talking about something else. Like the part of the video that was talking about Ghislaine Maxwell getting arrested and the part that was talking about how Epstein's death became a meme, that was originally going to be one part, but I split it into two 20-minute parts instead of one 35-minute part. That math doesn't work out, but you know what I'm saying. And I got through that. I'm 19 chapters done. Now I have to do the next two chapters, which should be easy, where I'm talking about all the shit that happened in 2025, and Pam Bondi saying there's no client list, and like double checking the research. I actually changed. Like originally it was going to be called Goddamn It Pam, but then I decided to change the name of that chapter to The Big Bomb, which is named after an Elon Musk quote after he accidentally blow up, or well, I mean, it was on purpose, but he didn't expect it to happen like this. Like double checking like the timeline and how things went out, it reminded me of something. This is all Elon Musk's fault. It's all fucking Elon Musk that this shit is in like the news and there's been all this stuff with Epstein. In that Donald Trump and Elon Musk, after they went together to murder for 14 million people, after they did a Holocaust together by destroying US aid, they had a falling out over electric vehicles, and Elon Musk just got pissed and like went scorched earth, and they start insulting each other on the social media platforms that both of them own. They both own their own social media platform because they're fucking losers. And Elon Musk just says, "Oh, by the way, Donald Trump is in the Epstein files." He like tweets that out. He's like, "Yeah, here's the big bomb. Donald Trump's in the Epstein files." Yeah, we've known that. We've always known that. Like, I mean, that's not like news. Like in 2015, Gawker leaked Epstein's contact book, which had Trump in it. In 2024, but the DOJ released files from Maxwell v. Giuffre, or was it Giuffre v. Maxwell, whichever way around it was, and that contained the flight logs with Donald Trump. We've always known Donald Trump was somewhat involved in the Epstein stuff, and not even just in the government's files, in the like the him telling New York Mag that I love Epstein. Epstein's the best. I'm Donald Trump and I love Epstein. Like Elon Musk wasn't doing good news, and I do think there's no way in hell that Elon Musk actually knew fucking anything. He didn't look at the government secret files on Epstein. He was just tweeting bullshit on his way out to like rile up conspiracy theorists against Donald Trump. And I know that because he gave no goddamn details. There were things about Donald Trump that the House is now forced to be released, and that like gave info on Trump's relationship with Epstein, which we didn't know, like about that birthday book where he very clearly is like hinting at the fact that he knows about Epstein's pedophilia and implies that he also like rapes young girls. Like that isn't something that Elon Musk mentioned though, because he didn't fucking know about that. Elon Musk was just running his goddamn mouth because he's Elon Musk and he runs his goddamn mouth. But the day after Elon Musk tweets that, like, we get the biggest fucking unforced error possible where Trump's people decide to try and exonerate him. They're like, no, 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 Donald Trump has nothing to do with this. And so they say what the FBI had already decided on years ago, which this wasn't new conclusions, but they're conclusions that there isn't a client list, Epstein killed himself, and we don't have any hard evidence about any of the men he trafficked to, which are all true things. I think that those are all true things. I think they're bringing them up to try and distance from Trump. Like there's a lot of people like pretending that things mean different than what they do. Thanks for the big attack boost. Like the FBI not having hard evidence against the men that Epstein trafficked to is not the same thing as Epstein having not trafficked to anyone, or even to the FBI not thinking Epstein trafficked to anyone. Okay, we all know Epstein trafficked to people. There just isn't any hard evidence against any of them. There's like some of Epstein's victims have listed names, but that's just like one person saying something. You couldn't convict based on it. I don't think the FBI has any hard evidence against any of Epstein's clients. And not just because, well, why are you like siding with the Trump administration now? Because they didn't have that evidence either before it was the Trump administration. Like, I don't believe like that the Biden DOJ would cover up hard evidence of Donald Trump being a child molester. Like, I think they would have prosecuted him. I don't see the same level of corruption in previous administrations as what we're seeing right now. And maybe I'm being naive. It's like sort of like, I don't think JFK was assassinated by the CIA. And like, I don't trust the Trump administration, but the Trump administration saying JFK wasn't an inside job. That's not going to make me suddenly think that JFK was an inside job, because I didn't think that before they were in power. Why would them being in power and saying that things aren't true make me suddenly start thinking things that I thought were ridiculous are true? I don't give a shit what the Trump administration says about anything. I don't think Epstein was murdered. I think the idea, the more you dig into it, the more unrealistic it becomes to think that he was murdered. And I believe that before Donald Trump was in power. And like Donald Trump in power suddenly changing tune, going from being a guy who claimed that Epstein had been murdered, suddenly switching to actually Epstein committed suicide, I had nothing to do with it. That doesn't make me suddenly start believing the opposite of what I thought before. I don't decide truth based on what Trump says. I think what Donald Trump says is irrelevant when it comes to understanding what is facts. You know? What is the point of this stupid fucking plot here? And these Nuzlocke videos where I kind of try and get my thoughts out, try and work through them while ranting. I did like go back to, I believe it was the December 14th of 2024 part of Nuzlocke vlogs, where I announced that I would be making the video Actually Epstein Did Kill Himself, which is now going to be the Epstein conspiracy, because I've decided to keep my thoughts, the plot twist in that video. And I've said in Nuzlocke vlogs before that I'm like doing that. Hey neighbor, fuck off. Who are you? You look so shitty without the hat. But yeah, I like went back, and it's a lot of what I'm gonna say in this video, less articulate, but the same thoughts I'm going based on. Like, I'm mentioning the same things, and I'm rambling. But I think there's like a rock smash jam in one of these houses, but I don't know which, so I'm just gonna go ahead to get... Did he say to go to the lab, or to go get fossils on the other route? I don't remember. Like, I do have, in 2024, I said, like, you are not immune to conspiratorial thinking, and I ran that in Nuzlocke vlogs, and that became, oh, you son of a bitch, this is a stupid fucking roadblock, where am I supposed to go? I ranted about, like, I've lost my goddamn train of thought, it's early, well, it's afternoon. like, I talked about basically everything I would say in this video in that ranting Nuzlocke vlog in December 2024. And um, now I'm basically saying that formally, better written, better research, but the same ideas that I had back then before Trump took power and started saying that the Epstein conspiracy was nonsense. Before then, before he was in power, I thought it was nonsense. I didn't trust the idea that Epstein had been murdered. I thought it was ridiculous. So Donald Trump saying the opposite doesn't change my mind. I'm not changing my mind to be the opposite of whatever Donald Trump says. Like Donald Trump, you know what's something? You shouldn't just believe the opposite of what Donald Trump says. And like the example I would give for this is Donald Trump can't make up his fucking minds about vaccines. One day he'll say vaccines are poison. The next he'll say he should get a ton of praise and everyone should love him because of everything he did to speed up the COVID vaccine, which is what any fucking president would have done. So like Donald Trump goes back and forth on whether or not vaccines are good. And I don't think that means you should decide whether or not to vaccinate your kids by checking truth.social and seeing what Donald Trump has said most recently. I think you should vaccinate your kids because you should vaccinate your kids. You shouldn't give a shit what Donald Trump has to say. Don't believe the opposite of what Trump says. Don't care about what he says at all. But a lot of people, and this is what I've got to write in this next part, have decided to sort of change their beliefs and just believe the opposite of whatever Trump has said most recently. They believed that the client list, that Donald Trump's, this idea Donald Trump promoted, that there's a secret list of Democrat pedophiles that he's going to release when he's president. They thought that was a stupid lie he was making up until Pam Bondi said that there was no client list, and now they've changed too. Now the online left has decided, actually, we've changed our mind because Donald Trump said the opposite, and we just believe the opposite of whatever Donald Trump says. Truth is whatever Donald Trump doesn't say. And that's not a good recipe to get the truth, man. That's just asking for you to be misled. I don't give a shit about what Donald Trump says about anything. He isn't trustworthy. I wouldn't start thinking the fucking sky was purple because Donald Trump said it was blue, you know? Do not factor what Donald Trump says into how you think of the world at all, because Donald Trump isn't trustworthy. Untrustworthy people, and I talked about this earlier in the video, where Alex Acosta, guy who let Epstein go and then later became Trump's Secretary of Labor, he's given 5 different explanations over the years for why he let Epstein go, and I see a lot of people doing confirmation bias. This one explanation that I want to be true is true. The spy explanation is true. And the evidence that is Acosta said that. All the other times Acosta said stuff, he said different things. But one time he said this thing, which is how we know it's true. And hold on. Either if he's untrustworthy and keeps changing his story, then I don't think he's really a good source. I don't think you should really put too much weight in the words of someone who you, by your own admission, think is dishonest, you know? I don't think dishonest people are great sources of information who should be trusted without question. I think you just ignore what the untrustworthy people have to say and focus on what the trustworthy people have to say, and there's no trustworthy person out there who's said anything ever about the existence of a client list. It's only fucking Trump people saying, oh, there's a secret client list and we're going to release it. And that doesn't make me think it exists, because I don't trust Trump people, because I think they're liars. Anyway, I just caught Pokemon there, so let me do a comment. Elaine June from Seinfeld, that's not her name, says, you're my voice claim for Carcat now, thanks. I guess? Okay, cool. Apparently I'm how this person imagines Carcat Vantes saying. Am I that angry? I am kind of that angry, but I don't know. I'm not really a good voice actor. I've tried voice acting in just some of my personal videos, and I'm not good at it. Am I good at sounding really angry and I'm gonna fucking shank you, but also a bit of a loser? Oh god, I am a good Carcat. I am an angry loser who's kind of pathetic. Okay. Yeah. Speaking of Homestuck, we got Homestuck Beyond Canon. It's updating again, and oh, I hate this ride-on Rhyhorn minigame. I'm speeding up because it's so slow otherwise. But anyway, Beyond Canon, yeah, we got, like, you know, Vriskagram, how that was great because it's, like, changing everything. Vriskagram wasn't that great. Well, now we've got Vriskagram, except it doesn't really change much, and we're just seeing, like, these characters that you don't really give too much of a shit about hanging out. Yay? Isn't this what you wanted? I mean, the fact that Owl's back, because this fucking story keeps going back and forth on that plot point. Owl's back, possessing Jade again, is the only revelation, but I really did not give a shit about the Jade's to Graham thing, and we get too many. I'm sick of all these fucking fighting types. There's too many fighting types that I'm catching. I don't need you fighting types. I've got enough of you. I'm gonna catch it anyway in case my other 6 fighting types all fucking die. And I don't think I, like, adjusted this game to have trade evolution, so that's especially useless. Okay, Machop, the superpower Pokemon named after Black Spy, and I'm gonna sneeze now. Yeah, Black Spy says, always bet on Equius video. Maybe. How much money you got? Down. It'll cost me an app in the horn pile. If I lose, but I can take it. Don't you mean on the robot pile? On Equius's robot pile? So yeah, I'm still working on that second Homestuck video, and I'm less done with this one than the other one. It's been the back seat, but I've gotten like 18 minutes edited. I'm working. I'm looking at 120 for the duration, or 80 for the duration. Like, not 120 minutes, not 2 hours. An hour 20. I don't know why I'm explaining this shit. Like, I'm hard at work with that, and I'm gonna get it done. I'm in the middle of the second segment. It's split into 6 segments. And why is it split into 6 segments, you wonder? Well, you see, well, what do you think? Why would it's kind of obvious why it's split into 6 segments. I've had a commenter guess it. A Rhyhorn would have been better than a Machop. Or a Kangaskhan. Although I've already got like a Snorlax, which is like a better Kangaskhan. It doesn't have a baby, but it doesn't need a baby because it's cool. And this is a cool area. I do think X and Y are very underrated Pokemon games. I do like that they try and, now that they're 3D, try and do like these areas that are still like lock-in. I think Pokemon works better when the world design is kind of locked in to like this grid, but playing around with that and moving around the camera for like areas like this, they're memorable. And we got Shadow Claw, which I'll probably teach you some Pokemon off screen. Yeah, this is a really cool area. There's a lot of nice areas in this game. And here we have Team Flare, who I'm gonna beat up with my water type. Yay. Ah, Team Flare, what a lame-ass group of villains. Just that I want the world to be beautiful and shit and cool, but you're still a lame villain. Okay, yeah. And now we go through the cave, and like this. Oh wait, this is just fucking Team Rocket from the originals. Like, because this game is just like, ooh, let's recycle stuff from like Gen 1 because Gen 1 fans like that. Anyway, keep going through the cave. Ooh, fashion interfere? No, let me take him out myself. I don't need your help. Just let me button mash. Yeah. Krogunk has dry skin. I should have seen that coming. And oh, your Pokemon are dying? That's a shame. I have realized what I must do. I have realized what I must do in this battle. I know that Melibel's is dying, but this will be my one chance to do what I must. Ha 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 ha! I am betraying you. God damn it. Fuck. It's like a crap. It's like a fuck. It's not a good war without a cross thingamajig, without a double cross. What about a crossword? Blah, blah, blah. Snapcube. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, hello, science man. I'm gonna kill you. This morning, I laid in bed. My friends recommended it. I watched it like this fucking 2.5 hour. We put, jaw or sail? Jaw or sail? I think jaw is better. I like the ice one more, but I do think that Tyrantrum is a little bit better than the Aramoris, or however it's pronounced. But yeah. Ooh, a Cubone, that'd been nice. I do like one thing underrated about X and Y is they've just got a very large regional Pokedex with just a ton of different Pokemon to catch. And I do think that's nice that there's all these different options and every Nuzlocke is different. And yeah, there I watched that 1,000 player Minecraft survival where they create civilization, and that was really good. And it was like by Ish. And you should look it up. It was very good. I'm not really giving you much details on it. Just go into it blind. It was really, really good, and I don't want to walk back, so I'll do that off screen.